Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. So we should not quit in any case. We should always try harder to achieve whatever we want to. With this thought, children, I welcome back to you all in my class today, and I welcome you back here on my channel. Today we are going to discuss on the present perfect continuous tense. I have already uploaded other videos also on tenses. I hope the rest of the tenses are very much clear. Only the perfect continuous tenses of each case is left now, which we'll be discussing. And today I have started with the present continuous tense. So here in this example, we can see two sentences. He has been sleeping for 5 hours. The second example is the kids have been playing since morning. So here two actions are taking place, right? About which we are talking. And here you can also notice the syntax which I have been always discussing in my each and every video. So first we'll try to understand that where do we use present perfect continuous tense. So we use the present perfect continuous tense when we focus on an activity that is unfinished. The activity which is still going on and which has already started in the past. Here are the examples of the present perfect. I have decorated the house. Before I have already discussed the syntax and this tense in my video which I have already shared, and it is there on my channel. The next tense is past tense. I decorated the house this summer. And the next is present perfect continuous. I have been decorating the house this summer. So with the same sentence, we have seen that how we can write the same sentence in present perfect simple, past tense and present perfect continuous. Now if we talk about then when exactly, what is the time, then the action is continued for a specific amount of time before now or started recently. यहाँ पर कोई काम recently start हुआ है और अभी तक खत्म नहीं हो पाया है. That sentence comes under present perfect continuous tense. For example, Michael has been jogging. The next example is he has been jogging for an hour. Children, please keep on noticing the syntax which is used here, the subject, verb and object syntax. Now we'll be discussing that I have just now discussed that present perfect continuous tense is used for unfinished actions. जो action अभी शुरू हुए थे थोड़ी देर पहले, but still they are going on, right? But sometimes we also use for the finished action जिसका result present में आया है. For example, I have been working, that's why I am tired. ठीक है? So this type of sentence also comes under present perfect continuous. Otherwise unfinished sentence, unfinished work, अगर कोई unfinished task है and unfinished action है which is going on, that comes in present perfect continuous tense. And it is categorized further into two categories. That is how long. That means there is a duration given. For example, I have been living in London for 2 years. I'm still living there. And the next sentence is she's been working here since 2004. That means she's still working here. The next is temporary situations. I have been going to the gym a lot recently. Recently, I have started going to the gym. Earlier, I never used to go, and maybe in the future also I would stop. So ये एक temporary situation है, but along with this also we use present perfect continuous tense. And the next is here, I have already discussed that कोई ऐसा टास्क जो अभी रिसेंटली शुरू हुआ हो और अभी तक चल रहा हो, खत्म नहीं हो पाया है, those tasks are written in present perfect continuous tense. And if we talk about the positive statements or the affirmative sentences, subject has or have been plus ing form of the verb is used. When I was teaching you, when I was telling you about the present perfect tense, I have already told that has or have depends upon the subject. When the subject is singular, have is used, and when the subject is when the subject is singular, has is used. And when the subject is plural, have is used. जब subject plural रहता है, ठीक है, एक से ज़्यादा, अगर हमें वन से ज़्यादा नंबर का बारे में पता चल रहा है थ्रू अ सब्जेक्ट, दैट मीन्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे, तो हम क्या यूज करेंगे? हैव. एक्सेप्शन इज देयर. I and you are the two exceptions जिनके साथ have use होता है, although they are singular subject. ठीक है, otherwise singular subject के साथ we use has, right? So here the syntax becomes subject plus has or have been plus ing form of the verb. We can also see here in this example we have been singing. We is the subject, we is this plural, right? Plural subject. We मतलब हम सब, तो plural subject हो गया. And along with the plural subject we use have, then been, and then ing form of the verb. Here are few more examples to make you clear the syntax on which we are working to frame the sentences in present perfect continuous tense. For example, you have been waiting here for 2 hours. यानी कि 2 घंटे पहले वो काम recently भी start हुआ था और अभी तक चल रहा है, right? And I already told you that have is used with I and you. These both are exceptions. Otherwise, have plural subject के साथ use होता है. The next example is again with subject you. Have you been waiting here for 2 hours? Then next is you have not been waiting here for 2 hours. See, children, I have made 3 different sentences, right? The very first one is the affirmative sentence, right? जिसमें कि subject plus have been plus ing form of the verb and the object is there. Next sentence है have you been. मैंने आपको present perfect tense में भी बताया था, when we frame interrogative sentences, what we do? We use have, ठीक है, then the subject, then the ing form, then the been, ing form of the verb and then the object. तो जब हम उसको interrogative sentence बनाएंगे, then have will come before the subject. And when we'll make it a negative sentence, तो negative sentence जब बनेगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? Have not been. Here in the example it is clearly given, you have not been waiting here for 2 hours. The next example is they have been talking for the last hour. This is the positive affirmative sentence, and since they is the plural subject, so have is used, been talking for the last hour. The next is she has been working at that company for 3 years. Again, this is a positive affirmative sentence. She is the singular subject, she singular subject है, इसलिए उसके साथ has use हुआ है. She has been working, right? The next is an interrogative sentence since it has a question mark and it starts with what. जब what और how use होता है, then along with that what, how and where, have उसके बाद तुरंत बाद use होगा, ठीक है? And the example is what have you been doing for the last 30 minutes. जब भी हम subject, जब भी हम question या interrogative sentence बनाएंगे, then every time just before the subject से पहले have use होगा. Then the next is James has been teaching at the university since June. James जो है वो university में पढ़ा रहा है, ठीक है, subject, then James is a singular subject, that is why has is used along with James. The next is we have been waiting here for 2 hours. We is the plural subject and along with we use have because it is a plural subject. Then again there is an interrogative sentence. Why has Nancy not been taking her medicine for the last 3 days? Just subject के पहले आपको has use करना है and Nancy is a singular subject, that is why has is used. अगर वहाँ पे कोई plural subject होता तो have use होता, ठीक है? So I hope you have understood how we have to frame simple affirmative sentences, interrogative sentences, and also the negative sentences with the help of these examples. Children, I'm really sorry for today that there were sounds of the firecrackers, but I hope it's Diwali time and you all are also enjoying it. So wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Thank you, children. Have a good day, and remember, have a safe Diwali and pollution free Diwali. Thank you.